It's Season 7 at Barrow in the Youth Academy. We have gone from the very bottom of League 2 as one of the two newest sides at that level, having been promoted from the conference the year before, and we have taken them to the very height of the Premier League. We are a top 4 side, and for the very first time, a Champions League competing side as well this season. So, hoping to challenge on that front. If you missed yesterday's Europa League final, then check the channel page for it, because I'm about to spoil the result of it for you. We finished 4th in the league, so we had Champions League football, but of course, we still had the Europa League final to play. And we won it! So, we've added another trophy to our hoard, and we have, well, pretty damn decent transfer budget of £116 million and a wage budget of £333,000 to go with it. So about 120 mil, basically, if I add it to change it to 90-10. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So we've got some names on our shortlist. I'm not sure which to go for yet, but I'm pretty damn sure, 99% sure, I'm going to go and sign Femenia Diaz. So I think I'm going to get that done today. The other two is open for discussion with you guys in the comment section. I've also got scouts out looking in new areas or recovering old areas to try and find perhaps some other youth academy prospects that we could utilise. But so far, no luck to this point in that regard. You can see that the only 3 players I have here are the 3 that are already on my shortlist. But these guys are out scouting new countries and re-scouting old countries that I haven't scouted for a season or so to try and find some new content or some new players that hopefully we can bring in. You can see our pre-season tournament here. AC Milan, Yeonbuk Hyundai and Lyon in our group. And on the other half of it, there's Ulsan Hyundai, Ulsan Hyundai, Al Hilal, Granada, and Lille. So, I mean, we should get to the latter stages of that competition. Up to about £10 million to be earned from it. The Rotato side now has Kovacic at striker, still Hefte at cam. When I bring a new centre mid in, then Milic will move to cam, and whoever moves from the starting 11 to this team will take Hefte's place there, and Hefte will continue on as the starting striker here. In fact, to be honest, I don't know as I will move Mulholland from that squad. So Femenia Diaz, when he comes in, will probably go straight in for Milic in that starting lineup. I'll move Milic to cam, move Hefte out and onto the bench. I'm hoping for some defensive talent, though. I really am. I've got my scouts out looking for any first-team quality players, but I am hoping for some decent centre-back options. There's unfortunately nothing in the free agents again that is of any real note, so we don't have many options there. Rotato is not that strong, but I think it's just going to be a case of playing as many games with the first-team 11 and just rotating a few players in and out rather than simming a number of games with the full rotated 11. So I'm just going to basically simulate my way through this pre-season tournament. We do have the European Super Cup to play against Real Madrid. That will probably be the only game that we play today. I'll probably sim Leeds and we'll play Real Madrid and see if we can't add another trophy to our hoard. But for now, until we fight... Actually, no, let me go and sign Diaz. Let me go and just get that deal done so you guys know exactly how much money we have left to spend by the time... No, I'm not going to pay that release clause, thank you. So by the time you have all of the options at your disposal for you to decide upon for other players coming in. 53? No. I'm quite happy to pay up to about 45, but I certainly don't want to pay over 50. Although Monaco's seemingly quite bullish about that. Whoop. Nearly went the wrong way. I don't want to pay over 50. Come down a bit. No, what you've done there, you see, what you've done there is actually go up by £100,000. It's not necessarily how negotiation works, to be honest. You don't say, give me this figure, and then, there you go, come down a little bit. Come down a little bit. Keep it coming, though. Come on. How about 48.4? Say yes! Bloody hell, Monaco. What have I got to do? Well, apparently, pay over £50 million. I don't want to pay more than 50 million. Way, 49 million. We did manage to get it done. £57,000 a week is what he's on at the minute. If this were real life, he'd want a rather sizable wage hike. I'll actually say rotation because he's not going to be in my starting lineup. We'll offer him important then, as that's what he wants, and I can't change it any which way. If it were real life, he'd probably want a massive wage hike, but he may actually accept something about similar to what he's already on. They don't want to release clause, that's fine by me. And if they give me an idea of what they want, that'd be great, but I don't think they're going to. Indeed, they're not. I will offer him what he's currently on then and see if they'll accept that. Which they will. So if you'll accept that with the signing bonus, then maybe I can offer you a little bit less because you've got that signing bonus and you might actually still sign. Ready? 1, 2, 3, on the top. Son of a bitch. Okay, 57 then. Oh, it seems that Monaco's hard graft when it comes to grinding out a negotiation passed its way down to Diaz as well. We'll throw him in to this lineup then in that central midfield role. He's in. I'll have to try and retrain him to a centre mid, I think. But that shouldn't take too long because actually his defensive midfield stats aren't too spectacular. So, in theory, I don't think it will take too long to change him to a centre mid. I certainly don't think so. 92 weeks. Fantastic. Right. Okay, then. I'll alter the formation slightly then. And then we'll deal with that in due course. I will actually throw him on the bench, though, here for Lazovic, who actually we're going to be hopefully moving on this window, as well as Prince. They'll both be going out, fingers crossed, so we can raise some more funds for potentially more new signings. Right, moving onwards then. I will simulate my way through pre-season. We'll show you the games as we get to them. In fact, I think I've just got that Lazovic transfer for Valencia offered me 19 when he's valued at 16.5, which is actually pretty agreeable, but at 21 years of age... Sorry, no, he's 23. He's 23 as Lazovic. Prince is 21. If you'd actually give me, like, 24? Anything over 22, you can... Oh, all right, thank you. Yes, they will give me 24. Done! Lazovic hopefully will leave us, and that will, well, more than fill half of the money. Well, no, about half. Just under, actually. My brain thought 40 million. It's not 40 million. Go on then, you can just have that. That will cover half then. It was 49, wasn't it, that we ended up paying. Right, John Book. Oh yeah, international tournaments. The World Cup is ongoing, isn't it? Well, players have come in and players still perform. Nibs and Salem after 3 minutes starting the season. Hopefully, as he means to go on. Samar Salem picking up a goal. A loan bid for Berger. Lazovic has gone to Valencia. That deal is already done. That's a no. Berger stays, thank you. I am looking for other centre-backs, but I don't know as I'm actually going to find any, unfortunately. Prince talks end as he couldn't agree terms with Vittorio Guimaraes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Right. They drew with Lyon. Did AC Milan. And we lose to Lyon. Sweet. Okay. I'm not so sure we're going to get out of the group now. Oh, Prince transfer bid again. There we go. Ghent this time. If we had our full strength 11, then I'd say, yeah, absolutely. We might even end up winning the group. Vermolen, no. Julian stays. Thank you very much. I actually really like him. There's nothing you can find in Switzerland whatsoever, is there? Okay. Let's send you somewhere else then. How about en français? See what you can find there, will you please? Right. I kind of need a win here, don't I? And I don't think I'm going to get it. Okay, let's try that then. Quick sim against AC Milan. Couple of more first-team players in there. And it works! Mikado scores a goal. Salem and Tudor misses a penalty, but Vukoya was on the score sheet. We will progress. Lovely. Extra money for the kitty to go into potentially more transfer bids. Prince, will you please actually accept a bid from someone? Will you please accept their negotiation, their contract terms? Just piss off, will you? Thank you. Right, Lille. You know what? Whatever. We should beat Lille. Okay. We lost to Lille. Wow, Granada beat Lyon. Fair enough. Semi-final appearance. That's fine. That's fine. Tournament prize money. Another £3.1 million added. Merci beaucoup. Right then, I'm going to work my way towards the game against Leeds. I'll keep my eyes out for any other players that might come onto come up on my radar. Federico Montes. I don't really need a cam though. We'll scout him. I don't really need a cam. If you could, just aren't seemingly 84 rated free agent goalkeeper. Hiya! He wasn't on the free agents when I looked before I started the list. I think Menezes might be finding his way out of Rotato, and we can send him out on loan. Sorry. I was curious to see how Jude Bellingham had grown there, actually, never mind. Hi, hello, pal. We might go and get him. I'll wait and see what you guys say. I won't sign him now. I might wait and see what you guys say, but Menezes might drop out of that starting lineup, and maybe I'll send him out on loan and go and sign that free agent goalkeeper. I'll have another look through the free agents, but I don't think there was anything else there. Prince sold, finally, and now I will cut and join you in a moment when I've got actually something to bring to you. Here we are on the opening Premier League match day then against Leeds United. You can see Mason Greenwood on that right-hand side panel has signed for Tottenham in this save. Unfortunately, also signing for a club is that goalkeeper Emil Arabachi from Denmark. So I'll remove him from my shortlist. He wasn't going to go into my starting lineup anyway because Vermaelen was going to be there. Would have been nice to have the upgrade from Menezes, but not overly fussed about that, so I'll remove him. Found someone, or a couple others that potentially might be okay for the rotation 11. I can't find any centre-backs or right-backs that are good enough via the scouting system or the free agents. It's so difficult to scout regens, or not regens, but youth academy players from other clubs that becomes quite infuriating. Sylvain Mauasa is a 5'9" centre mid that might be okay. And there's a young guy from Leeds, 23-year-old Carlos Camara Mesa, who physically is very good and technically has good ball control. Passing's okay, decent long shots though, and curve. So could be an option to bring in central midfield. Obviously would be a significant improvement on Vidal Pereira. Although Vidal Pereira is decent, it still would be an upgrade. So, it makes sense to upgrade, right? That's the way that my mind looks at it anyway, considering so far I haven't been able to find any bloody defenders. But for the time being, the starting 11 looks like that then. Pumphrey is now 90 rated. Hefte is now 88 rated, and the squad continues to grow throughout. So, very pleased with the growth that we've seen so far. I will put Kovacic on the bench, actually, for Milic. So, we have a striker on the bench to call on, should we feel like we need to. But, Femenia, Diaz on the bench now. Nibs there as well, alongside Matias Gonzalez. Kovacic back from loan, also on the bench too. And we look... Well, that's a really strong starting lineup now. With Jenkins up to 82, Nagy 82, Ferrer Schutter 81, Vermaelen 83 and Pumphrey 90. That is a potentially title-winning side. The question is, can I actually get them to win the bloody title? I'm not sure. A 2-0 win on opening day, though, is a great start. A late goal from Ferrer Schutter to build on Samar Salem's 8th minute opener. He's lost those golden boots. He wants those golden boots back again. I have altered the boots for the season now. A bid for Hefte, which is massive. Not as big, actually, as Burnley's bid of £146 million. But rather obviously, Hefte goes nowhere. Keep working at it, Ferreira. You'll be fine, my friend. You will start in this game against Real Madrid. Well, I was going to say away from home, but it should technically, or hopefully, be away from home for both of us. So, diving into the season, that's how the team looks right now. It's the same as it was. I was really hoping to find a centre-back, but it seems to be pretty damned impossible to find. Obviously, I could go out and sign a real-life player without any stress whatsoever, but I can't, for the life of me, find any youth academy centre-backs. Federico Montes just wasn't that good, unfortunately, in the end, so I removed him from my list as well. But I may well go for Mesa, because he's better than the other centre-mids we've been looking at. So he looks like he could be half decent, Sylvain Mauasa. We'll wait and see what the scout report says after 6 days. But maybe. But I think Mesa at the minute is probably the front runner for that other centre mid spot, isn't he, to improve in. I was thinking Amuzu, but then we found this guy who's rather evidently better. He just is. Passing's not quite as good, actually. 79 short pass compared to Amuzu's 82, but everywhere else, I mean, it's just Mazer, isn't it? So I think I might go for that guy from Leeds, although he might be a bit expensive. So maybe we go for Mawassa from Union Berlin. Regardless of whoever we end up trying to sign, time to go and play Real Madrid. Courtois in goal for Real Madrid, then still Carvajal, Vallejo, Upamecano and Luca Hernandez, Lo Celso, Gravenberch and Valverde in a front three of Marvin, Vinicius Junior and Memphis Depay. Marvin, you guys will probably know him. I have to be honest, I do not. Not familiar with Marvin, to be completely honest. Is he on Footwiz? Marvin. Oh, there. Yes, probably going to be more than just one Marvin, isn't there? Well done, Ches. What a Marvin, right winger Marvin. There you go. He is a Real Madrid youngster. Starts at 67 rated, rising to 79 with his default potential. Okay, well, it's a relatively strong lineup from Real Madrid. Not perhaps as... what's the word I'm looking for? As intimidating as you would expect a Real Madrid side to be, though. Giovanni Lo Celso's not really a player that really is going to light the midfield up. And in defence, not amazing. Up top, Memphis Depay is obviously going to be very good by this point in a save. But everybody else, Vinicius is probably going to be high rated. But is he anything other than pace still? 1-0. I don't care how good or average the rest of the side is. Don't stop us. 1-0 Barrow. Damian. Wham. 1-0. I love that. Tar. Cheers. Oh, Tudor's left Vallejo. No, he hasn't. Jesus Vallejo fights back against Damian Tudor. He may have evaded him with a header at the back post, but not getting away from him on that occasion. Marvin into Memphis Depay. He's probably close to 90 rated now by this point in a save, isn't he, Memphis Depay, if he still grows as well as he used to in career mode? To be honest, I don't know what his potential is these days. I haven't tended to buy Depay in recent years. Used to be a go-to player, and I have used him a number of times in saves, but not with a great deal of success. Ferro Schutter, I'll whip this cross early and completely balls it up. Let's have a look then. What are their ratings, Real Madrid? That's not the tab that I wanted. I wanted this one. So, Real Madrid. Gravenberch is 89. Fair enough. Lo Celso's 87. Valverde's 89. Depay's only 85. Oh, okay. Marvin Vinicius is 90. Courtois 91. But the defence that's relatively weak. Luca Hernandez is going to be aging now a little bit, probably. Upamecano at 90 rated. Perhaps it's not as bad a Real Madrid side as I initially thought it was going to be. It's still not any better than us, though, really. Although, if we're feeling like we can challenge for the Premier League and the Champions League this year, then maybe matching a side like Real Madrid's squad is where we should be. Oh, that was a poor pass. 20 minutes played. It's still 1-0. It might be more. It won't be more. Oh, Nagy can't get it off him this time. Pumphrey should win this header. Memphis Depay has. Valverde inside. Schutter with a very important block. A very important block. Here comes a Real Madrid press, though. Let's just work it slowly. Let's not take any risks. Let's just pump it away and ensure that we don't lose possession in a very dangerous area. Vallejo's won that header well. Real Madrid starting to grow into the game now and become a little bit more dangerous. But still, we're able to deal with everything they've thrown at me thus far. Defensively. And my defence hasn't been shown up yet for a couple of lower rated players. Their defence has, though. Samar Salim. 2-0 Barrow. He may not have his golden boots anymore, but he can still score. Actually, it's Danny Carvajal that's got the furthest forward. Oh, and he's going to go for goal, as you know. Vermeulen reads the cross into the middle and pumps it clear, but the whistle had actually already gone. He's shouting at the referee. Calm down, mate. It's half time. I don't know what's going on there. Well, this is kind of feels very similar to yesterday's Europa League final, where they've had one shot and more possession. We've had more shots and less possession, and we have a 2-0 lead. Give us one extra shot and then about 5% more possession, and it is literally the same as yesterday's Europa League final. I mean, I'll take it. They won the Champions League last year, Real Madrid, and we are performing very, very well against them. So, if this is going to give us an indication of what the Champions League is going to be like, then we could realistically go and win that trophy this season. I think we should be realistically challenging for it this season with the state that the squad is in. Certainly. And definitely for the title in the Premier League as well. I think if I don't challenge for the title this year, we could probably consider this season an absolute failure. I've got to be challenging for the title this year. It was a big gap to Manchester City at the end of last season. A full 18 points up to the top of the table from our 4th spot. So plenty of work to be done. But fingers crossed we can do that dirty work. That's going to fall to Hefte. He'll get it under control. Let fly with his left foot. But he's put it over the bar. Memphis Depay off. Paulo Dybala on. They certainly have strength in depth, Real Madrid. If you can bring a player of Dybala's quality off the bench, then certainly you should be challenging for everything. They did win the league last year, as we saw in the season roundup yesterday, and by a considerable margin as well, actually, Real Madrid. Well clear of Valencia and Barcelona, who finished 2nd and 3rd. Valencia probably could have challenged them, actually, towards the top of the table. They drew loads of games last year, Valencia. Oh, I just opened that up for Valverde, didn't I? But thankfully we've outmuscled him and we'll keep possession. I'm going to sneeze in a moment and I'm going to make a substitution too. Oh, you know when you can feel it coming and it's just there in the tip of your nose, but it's gone. Okay, well, Femenia Diaz will continue on in that CDM role. Bring him on and actually play with him for the first time and see what he's all about. Let's give Kovacic a game as well then. I'll bring him on for Tudor and we'll see what he's all about. He's not a massively highly rated, but perfect opportunity to give him a go. Perfect opportunity to give him a go. And that'll be... No, you know what? Let's bring Matias Gonzalez on. Let's bring Matias... Can I make more changes than that? Can I make 4? Because it's pre-season? No. Okay! Just those 3 then. We should hold on to our lead. Maybe with those 3 changes we can build on it too. Ooh, I say we should hold on to our lead. Then immediately Marvin's played in behind and Vinicius is free and they've pulled one back. The Chesnoid jinx at it again. Down to Matias. Oh, Salim. Great first touch. Settle yourself, pull the shot, bury it well. Those golden boots aren't there, but he really does still have his scoring boots on. Samar Salim with 2 in the Europa Super League final, Super Cup final. Fuck the Super League. UEFA Super Cup final. And we look like we're going to be lifting another European trophy. Happy Noid. Gonzalez, Matias Gonzalez is looking to cause danger to a back line once again. Oh, I was trying to get that through to Josip Kovacic. Would have been lovely to try and at least have a shot with him to see what he's all about. Made a good move and a good run in the same word. A good roove. Made a good roove, and unfortunately I wasn't able to find him. That's a poor cross. Oh, I wanted to head that back home. Thank you very much. Deary me, that could have been very troublesome. Hefte forward to Kovacic, who can't get there ahead of Valverde. Maybe he isn't quite ready for first team football. Kovacic. We'll wait and see. Maybe I'll have... Whoa, hello. Maybe I'll have to utilise him and play him in another game before we definitively make a decision about him. I haven't had any strikers potentially pop up in my list either. But I mean, Nibs can play up top, can't he? So maybe we transition Nibs to a striker, and he can play as the rotating or rotato man up top in that 4-2-3-1. He has the potential option to do so. We're more than likely... Oh, I accidentally skipped the trophy lift. Sorry, lads. We're more than likely to find a winger than we are a striker, judging by my scouting history experience in this save. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do we do about those midfielders? 5 million added to the budget. That budget currently sits at £100 million. Got some more players added here that none of which are actually going to be able to be signed. 5 days to go on this guy, Sylvain Mawassa. I think Mace is probably going to be higher valued and higher rated. But there's not going to be too much difference between the two of them, I don't think. I don't know about the left back as well. I mean, I could sign this guy as a winger because look, 89 crossing, train him as a winger. Okay, yeah, how about that? We move Nibs to striker in Rotato and sign Mendes Vicente to come in. I move Nibs here and then sign that Vicente guy to come in here on the left-hand side of midfield. That could work. Because Nibs will change to a striker in a matter of weeks. That could work. That's something we certainly could do, and that would significantly improve Rotato with regards to the overall ratings of players involved. And then maybe Mesa over Mawasa. Certainly looks like Mesa is going to be better than Mawasa. I'll leave it up to you. I'm not going to go for a Muzu now, I don't think. I'll leave him there for now, but I don't think I'm going to go for him. But what do you think about maybe moving Vicente to a winger? That could work. That could work quite nicely. Right, I'll leave that there then for you guys now to have your say in the comment section down below. And once you have, I'll be able to take that feedback on board and actually do what you want in the transfer window. That's where we'll leave it for today. Brighton top the table. Barrow second. All the Bs at the top. Hopefully there'll be one B there come the end of the season. And that will be us buzzing our way to the league title. That's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I will be streaming Formula 1 later on today as well. In fact, I may be doing a watch-along of the Grand Prix. No, not the Grand Prix. Grand Prix is tomorrow. It'll be a watch-along of the sprint qualifying, the new format for Formula 1 for this weekend only. I'll be doing a watch-along of that a little bit later on this afternoon. That might actually take the place of the F1. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. We'll find out. Follow me on Twitter and you'll be able to keep up to speed. I don't even know what I'm doing yet either. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.